What is going on, guys? The Inside the Boot podcast, and today we have a New York Giants mock draft. We are back with our mock drafts, and we have the full draft order of the top 5 teams and everybody else. Everything is solidified, bearing any trades. So, the Titans are currently on the clock for the number 1 pick. Are they going to go Shedeur? Are they going to go Cam Ward? Are they going to take Travis Hunter? Those are the 3 main guys that everybody's monitoring. The Titans just fired their GM too, so be on the lookout for that. But let's see where the Titans go, and let's see where everything goes. So let's start up this draft. And this is kind of how I expected it to go. With Shedeur Sanders going number 1 and Cam Ward going to the Cleveland Browns. And now if you are the New York Giants, one, you got to be smacking your head like, hey, we just had a chance to get one of these quarterbacks. You're unable to get any of these quarterbacks. And now this is really your quarterbacks, right? Dylan Gabriel, if he, Jalen Milroe, Carson Beck, guys like that. I don't know how the Giants are going to feel about that going into this 3rd pick, but that's in terms of quarterback. Regardless, they have the opportunity to draft an amazing player at the number 3 selection, and you got a chance to take Travis Hunter. I mean, what a monster year Travis Hunter had for the Colorado Buffaloes. They were unbelievable. Travis Hunter was unbelievable. Shedeur had a pretty good year. You can go with a guy like Mason Graham, who was fantastic. If you want to beef up the defensive line, you could go with a guy like Will Campbell. You could go with a really solid tackle, and you can maybe put him at guard, or you move some guys around. Or you can go Will Johnson, another good cornerback who had a solid year. And for me, you got to take Travis Hunter if he's on the board, right? He is such a talented player in this class, and for the Giants to get him, I love it. I love everything about him. I love everything about Travis Hunter. Let's just get a little recap of the first round, where some of these players go, where I think they're a good pick, or they're not. So, the New England Patriots do not go with the wide receiver, McMillan. They go with Abdul Carter. In my opinion, that's got to be a wide receiver there, unless they want to go cornerback. Or even beef up the offensive line at pick 4. But Abdul Carter is a beast. So, I mean, taking Abdul Carter that high, not really shocking. He's an elite edge, and he gets to the quarterback really well. Mason Graham's a solid pick, but I would think they maybe go Will Johnson in that scenario. The Raiders take a wide receiver. Jets go Will Johnson. Panthers go Starks. Genty goes to the Saints. And there are a bunch of the other picks. So, the Giants are on the clock again. Giants are back on the clock. And this is also the interesting thing that I'm only realizing this now. So I thought the Giants would actually have picked 35, but they have picked 34, and I think that's really interesting because in real life, maybe they like a guy, that's still in the first round, that's still available, and they want to snag him. Maybe they trade back into the first round, or they stay at pick 34. Regardless, be on the look for that because there could be a lot of different situations where they go. So now these are the guys who are available. Tyler Warren, who is a beast. He is so freaking good. If they wanted to go tight end, I don't think they're going to go tight end. But Tyler Warren's an amazing prospect. But we know what the Giants need. That's defensive line help, quarterback, wide receiver. Too many problems, right? Too many problems, right? The current quarterbacks that are left are all of these. So we'll see what happens there. But pick 34, for me, this is kind of a no-brainer. I'm going to take Jahad. I'm gonna say Jahad Barron or Jahdae Barron. Apologies if I butchered your name. But we're going to take the cornerback. Giants need cornerback help big time. And I know I'm going Travis Hunter and then I'm going another cornerback. I understand that. But I feel like with him on the board still, I'm going to take a shot at him. If they wanted to go running back, listen, this guy's a stud. If they wanted to go Cam Scotabo, he's a beast. So, and you know something, I wouldn't mind drafting a running back. Third round, I think it's a little bit early, but in my opinion, there's a lot of solid running backs in this class. And obviously Cam being one of them, who's a guy that just a beast. I mean, 1,700 yards on the rushing, 21 touchdowns, a big increase from 2023 and 2022. I'm not going to take him, though. I'm not going to take him. He had a good game against Texas. I'm not going to take him because the Giants need offensive line help, and that's why I'm probably going to be taking Tyler Booker, most likely. I already took a cornerback, so I'm not going to take a guy like Zaya Alexander. I could take Jonah Savaina. I believe that's how I say his name. But I'm going to take offensive guard Tyler Booker here, I think, is the pick. You could also go with a guy like Marcus Mabau. He's also good, in my opinion. He's good. And, I mean, there's a lot of guys. I mean, Tate Ratledge, another guy who's been getting a lot of hype. I've been really liking his game a lot. I'm pretty sure I took him last draft. But we're gonna take Tyler Booker here, offensive guard. Giants need offensive guard help. And another player that I do want to monitor is Jackson Dart. I actually am pretty decently high on Jackson Dart. In my opinion, I think he's a pretty decent prospect. But we actually get an A. We get an A for our overall draft grade. I don't believe we got that last time in PFF draft grade, and they gave us both an A for Travis Hunter and Jahdae Barron. I am so bad with names, but thought I had a sneeze there, but Barron and Hunter, really solid players. They gave us an A, and Tyler Booker to beef up that offensive line, they gave us a B. In the PFF big board, he was at number 63. We took him at 65. We overall did really well, and I'm really happy with this first 3 rounds for the New York Giants. Obviously, if I wanted to do a 6-round mock draft and all that, full round mock draft, all that type of stuff, I would. But currently not subscribed to PFF. And if there is another site that I could do it, I'd probably do it by now. But I really like PFF's grading and all of that. Travis Hunter, right? Let's get into our 3 picks, and then we'll break down the entire first round. Travis Hunter, like I said, this guy can play both sides of the ball. You can throw him on offense, you can throw him as a cornerback, and this team needs cornerback help. And that's why I went cornerback, and I went cornerback heavy in this mock draft. Because, one, I know Deonte Banks didn't have a great year, but I don't know the future with him. I don't know if they're going to sign Adoree Jackson again to one of those veteran 1-year deals. So, why not have an elite 1-2 with Travis Hunter and Jahdae Barron as your cornerbacks of the future? Because if there is something that the Giants have struggled against, it's defending wide receiver ones. And I think you bring these guys in, really bolster the cornerbacks and the offensive line. I think cornerbacks and offensive line, outside of quarterback, outside of addressing the quarterback issue, is the biggest needs. You know, getting cornerback help, helping the secondary out, and beefing up this Giants offensive line is where the Giants are going to start to make strides. And Travis Hunter is a guy that could definitely turn over the football and get it back to your offense, and so can Barron. So that's why I went cornerback first 2 rounds, and then obviously address the offensive line, like I said. But let's get into this first round mock draft and see where everybody picked their players. And as of course, the big name to watch out for is, where does Ashton Jeanty go? I mean, that is one of the guys, including for me, who is going to take Ashton Jeanty. And I mean, the first few teams that do come to mind for me is the Dallas Cowboys, maybe maybe a team later in the draft if he does fall that far. I don't think he falls past Dallas, to be totally honest. I like Kelvin Banks Jr. a lot. I think he's a good offensive line prospect. Like I said, Ashton Genty goes to the Saints. So what does that mean for the future of Alvin Kamara? I'm not sure. Jets taking Will Johnson, I think, is solid overall. I think getting a cornerback to help out if they don't re-sign DJ Reed is a good move. Mason Graham, another great defensive tackle who can get to the quarterback well. A lot of Michigan guys in this first round, 4 of them. And some other good picks. I mean, I guess probably the questionable pick is the Lions going with another running back. Doesn't make much sense, but it's a running back. It's a good running back class. I mean, even Green Bay took a running back in this first round. Amarin Hampton out of UNC. Igbuka goes to the Broncos. Bucks get a wide receiver. Seahawks go tight end. I mean, Texans go cornerback. I'm glad the Bengals went defense. I'm glad the Bengals went defense in the first round. They fired their defensive coordinator. They don't want him anymore. They know that deep down, if they had a good enough defense, that this football team would have got to the playoffs. And I definitely believe that. Some other picks. Will Campo going to the Colts is interesting. Of course, Cam Ward, Travis Hunter, Shadur Sanders, the top 3 picks. But I think that's going to do it for this mock draft. Of course, I love bringing mock drafts. I think I'm going to start doing every Monday for mock drafts. So definitely tune in to every Monday. I'm going to have a mock draft. I might start having full round mock drafts. I know you guys like that when I pick for every single team. Listen, primarily, we are a Giants New York content creator, but I love doing predictions for any team and my thoughts for all of these 32 NFL teams. But let me know below if you want me to do a full round mock draft for every single team. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.